That we'll check back in with you a little later, but joining us live now is former police chief and cop doc Richard Weinblatt. Thanks for coming in. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Tracy.
All right, you just saw Holly's report. First question for you: is Casey Anthony still at that jail?
She may be, she may not be. Obviously, they want to try to do this as safe as they can. Look, they've handled this very, very well from the point of view of the courthouse, forgetting the people running in the hallways there down below. But as far as Casey Anthony's security, they don't want anything to happen the last couple of hours or last couple of minutes, as the case may be. Because her problem is, if she isn't famous, she's infamous, and that's a deadly kind of fame.
Oh, that's for sure. In fact, there have been death threats. So bearing that in mind, what are some of the ways Casey could be shuttled out of the jail? You heard Holly. There's a videographer inside, but once she comes out, what are they going to do with her? What do you think?
Well, what I would do if I was in that kind of situation is I would utilize the Sally Port. You know, I mean, I've been so used to my career, we would bring prisoners in the Sally Port, which is great because people don't see anything. If the prisoner wants to make a break for it, they can't do so. And obviously nobody can get at them. So just reverse it. Bring them out of the Sally Port, have several vehicles, tinted windows, perhaps not your classic SUVs, but perhaps, you know, different kinds of vehicles. And obviously they know there's going to be helicopters up in the air. There's going to be people on the ground. There's going to be paparazzi. There's going to be the able crew like Holly there from Fox 35. So they want to split them up in different directions and get her out of there. Because once she is off the property and out of the area, she is no longer the responsibility of the Orange County Jail. She is no longer the responsibility of Sheriff Jerry Deming. She is John Q. Citizen, or Janice Q. Citizen.
You brought up helicopters. Let me ask you this. We got an email from a viewer wondering if they would actually use the sheriff's helicopter to get her out. Is that feasible?
You know, hey, nothing is beyond the realm of possibility with this thing. As Hal and Diana have, you know, observed, I mean, this thing has had such twists and turns.
Right.
Who knows? Do I think it's likely? No.
All right. Thank you very much, sir. We appreciate your time as always.
Thank you.
Now, former police chief and cop doc Richard Weinblatt, a security expert, thanks for being with us. So there you have it. The journalists are in place. Richard, if you're planning the release of Casey Anthony, what are the pitfalls that you have to plan for from the people who don't like her?
Well, what you have to be worried about is that, as we were talking before during a break, is that one nutcase, the one person that wants to put his or her name in the headlines. And what people have to remember is, even if we disagree with the verdict, they should not dishonor the memory of Kaylee by having two wrongs to make a right.
And what are your thoughts on her lifetime? A woman will face a security risk everywhere she goes, possibly for years to come.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, like I've been saying for the last 6 weeks, she's not just famous, she's infamous, and she has to really worry about that. She might have a couple of short-term deals that Jose Baez and Cheney Mason can cut for her, but this is a person that is used to living a certain lifestyle. This is a person that has a target on her back. The vitriol and the hatred is just so intense out there, and there's almost a mob mentality that the social media has created. She needs to go low profile.
Richard, assuming she is safely released, how relieved will the Orange County Sheriff's Department and the Orange County Jail personnel be when they see her drive away and finally out of sight?
You know what? Just like Jose Baez and Cheney Mason had their little celebration party, I bet you behind closed doors, the sheriff's office and the jail personnel are going to have their own party. This has been a big headache for them. Remember, they've got thousands of other cases, thousands of other prisoners. There's a lot of other stuff going on that need their attention, and this has taken a lot of it. So they'll be happy and relieved to have this gone and in Jose Baez's lap, so to speak.
All right, Cop Doc, we'll check in a little while. Thanks for being here with us tonight.